Ahoy, ahoy, it's your boy Attack Slug back once again with a You Should Be Playing. Today we're going to look at the 2011 release from Atlus, Catherine, which is a puzzle platformer, which was released on the Xbox 360 and the PS3. I'm sitting here with the Xbox version because that's the one I bought. So we are going to launch into the story mode. I made a save pretty close to the beginning of the game. And I'm going to kind of give you an overview of how this game works. So this is both, it's a puzzle game with a story, and the story is pretty, how you say, adult, in that it certainly delves into themes that most games do not go into. So I found it pretty fascinating, and if you like puzzle platformer games, it is certainly one that you should be playing. So let's get past this load screen here, and I will show you a bit of how the game works. So this is an in-between stage. In between when you're playing the puzzle part, you are in this bar, hanging out in this bar, and talking to your friends, and being like, yo, I totally might have cheated on my girlfriend, oh shit, this is bad. And so yeah, you got your handful of friends here. I can go and talk to the bartender. I can open up my phone and look at my phone and see, you know, what's going on, send out some text messages like, yo girl, how you doing? So yeah, I've got, I can get up, I can walk around, I can sit here and play an old arcade game, which is pretty much the same core as the game itself. I can go to the jukebox, change the music. Yeah. I get it. Alright. But we're not gonna mess with this. I have a bunch of songs. Obviously, I've finished this game back when it came out. One of the other things you can do is that if you interact with certain guys, both in the game world, in the bar, and in the dream world, you can make sure that they don't die. So this is still pretty early in the game, so it's still explaining to me, you know, a lot of the core mechanics of the game. I can go in here into the bathroom, and that will pretty much put me on the, yep, I want to go into the bathroom, sit on the toilet, and look at my phone. I'm an adult. This is what we do. So you can go into your phone here, I can look at my received messages, you know, this is one from yesterday, there are two Catherines. There's the Catherine that is your girlfriend with a K, and there's Catherine who is the new girl with a C. Game also has a number of cutscenes, and this is where I can, you know, sit here and save, but we're not going to do that. If you get any filthy pictures, you know, not too filthy because it is a video game, you can certainly, use those, you can, what was that? You can look at those, on your phone, in the bathroom, because obviously, you know, you don't want your friends seeing that stuff. But be that as it may, we're going to get out of the thing here. This is kind of just, you know, you're relaxing here, because the game itself is stressful. Well, depending on the difficulty you're playing it at, it can be stressful. I finished it on easy, and I put it on a normal. I probably should have played it on easy for this video because that would have made things, you know, easier for me to do. Since I'm, you know, when you sit here and talk over a game while you're playing it, it can be difficult because you'll forget things. And I don't have any money. I'm broke. That sounds so familiar. So what we're gonna do here is, I mean, there's more stuff that I could do here in terms of fostering, you know, gameplay stuff, but no, we're not. Well, I guess we are. So obviously, interacting with the NPCs is a part of this game. Keeping in mind, this game was made by the same team who made the Persona games, so a lot of the stuff certainly is a bit reminiscent of social links and such. And they do a pretty good job of building these characters throughout the course of the story. But we're going to get up here, and we're going to go into the core of the game. So we're going to leave the bar. And say, hey, you sure want to leave? Yeah, I gotta go. I've got things to do. So, the core conceit of this game is that these things are happening in my nightmares, and that if I die in my nightmares, I die in real life. So it's very Friday the 13th type deal there. So we're going to load screen, and I'm pretty sure it goes into another cutscene, and I might just let that cutscene play out, yeah, before we get into the actual gameplay part of it here. But I just finished the first boss, so the game is done introducing some of the core mechanics in terms of what the different blocks do and the power-ups and things like that. But we're going to try going to sleep here and seeing what happens when we fall asleep. What could possibly go wrong, you know? What could possibly, you know, you're safe when you sleep, right? I'm going to hit some more load screens. This game does have, I guess if you're trying to speed through it, there are a number of load screens and they're not great. This was the Persona team testing out a next-gen engine, you know, back when Xbox was next-gen, or, well, back when 360 and PS3 were next-gen, although they haven't said whether or not they're going to use this engine for Persona 5 or not, but it'd be interesting to find out when that comes out at the end of this year. Alright, so I've already gone through, you know, a couple stages here, and there are 8 different nights, and there are multiple stages per night. So this is the torture chamber, and we're on the first floor of this stage, so don't step on the trap. So they're still going to introduce different kinds of blocks as you are playing through each of the different sections of the game. So obviously it gets more complicated than this. This is still, you know, really early on. So basically here I am, I'm this dude, and my objective here is to get to the top of the tower at the trap block. Spikes, but it only has spikes once. So I pull blocks, I come out, and the D-pad sucks on the 360, so I'm using the analog stick, which is not great, so you kind of, using the PS3 might almost be preferable because it has the D-pad. There are different items that you can pick up, and that dude's probably gonna die out there. Whatever. We're gonna do this, drop down, get a pillow. The pillows are the continues. And it more or less plays out a lot like, I haven't played in a while, so I might just think it up here, but giving you a general idea of how. Nope. So you can hit back if you fuck up a move, and go back one, and that's actually super helpful. But if the blocks don't have an edge, they will drop. So as long as they're connected to an edge somewhere, you are okay. I'm gonna get this extra block here, and an extra block. Pull this out. This is not going to go. Alright, he's hopefully gonna die. Alright, he triggered all those traps for us. Then there's a checkpoint, so we can get this checkpoint. He's probably gonna... Alright. So I can knock those other sheep off if they get in my way, which is... Or let me just make them fall, because, you know, whatever. And that's super helpful. We're gonna want to do this. And then... I can hang on ledges, so I'm gonna want to do this. Let this drop. And then not get squished here. So that all worked out pretty well. But no two characters can stand on a block at the same time. So this dude's gonna be like trying to block me. I'm gonna be like, no, screw you, get out of my way. I have... No, I fucked that up. So I'm gonna want to do here is pull one out and then push one over, and that's a problem, isn't it? So jump up, jump down, back and forth. Don't want to get hit by these things, because that will instantly give me, and then this guy's just totally gonna... Yeah, okay, I get it. Fuck you. God damn it. Yeah, go. You're a piece of shit. Get off here. Alright, so... I am not doing this right, because I want to go this way. Because that's gonna, hopefully, be the right way to go. I can push whole rows of blocks, which is helpful. Or it would be helpful if I wasn't completely boning up my gameplay here. I keep going back for it. That's costing me points. I don't really care. That's costing me points. See these blocks here with the faces on them? You can't do anything with. So what I'm gonna do is go this way. And then get this pellet, which is a continue. The bottom of the stage is constantly dropping on you, so there's constantly a need for you to get higher up and get to the end of the stage and escape. But I have a bunch of pillows, so even if I die, I have like 15 continues. This game was tweaked from the original Japanese release, which was much, much harder. And I beat that one back when it first came out, and I sold it. And then I bought it when it came out here. So yeah, that pretty much, in between stages, you get a bit of a reprieve, and you can talk to the sheep. The sheep, some of these sheep are the people that you will meet in the bar. Like, these dudes here are people that you will meet in the bar. They will give you tips, so I can say, hey, tell me a tip. Tell me how to play this game. Because there are certainly much more advanced techniques that you can learn in terms of how you, I mean, this is still obviously really early on, so we're just gonna skip past all this stuff. Skip past that. Alright, so there's one other core feature in this game. I'm gonna sit here and save, even though I'm not, obviously I'm not gonna continue playing this save game, but this is where you would save in between stages, so you don't lose your progress. The other core feature here is when you go up to a new stage, it asks you a question. Now, this is the part of the game where you can answer a question a good way or an evil way. And how you're answering questions and the people that you're saving in the bar and how you determine your own storyline is going to impact the ending. And the game has, like, 6 or 8 endings. I think maybe there's different variations, but there are multiple endings to this game. So if you want to be a complete dick or you want to be a total good guy, hey, that's my fault. I was going to say, hey, good, it's going to put you over into the good, and that will help determine what type of ending that you get. And so that's certainly incentive for you to play the game more than once. If you're playing through it and not skipping all of the cutscenes, like the game's a good, 8-10 hours. So I mean, it's a hefty game for being what is essentially a puzzle game. Now, what's kind of neat about that is that this is going to show me everyone's first answer. So your first playthrough, it's going to say, what everyone's first answer was who played online. And so this is, my fault for cheating. And it's going to move on to the next stage. So I'm going to play one more stage, and then I guess we're going to end this video, because at this point you've kind of gotten a good idea of what this game is all about. And like most games, it does get, more and more difficult, and more treacherous. The story gets crazy. I thought it was super cool, and I am certainly looking forward to when they put out Persona 5, and I just was not paying attention there. So this is what happens when you talk and don't pay attention, and then love is over. So we're going to retry, because I was a trap. So you don't want to stay on the traps, because the traps will just turn you into Gibbs. So we're going to go here. When you get to the boss stages, the bosses will chase you. So you've got this giant enemy type chasing you up the stage. These blocks can only be stepped on like twice. So you got these giant enemy types that are chasing you throughout the stage. and doing different effects on the blocks as they are chasing you, which is cool, but at the same time also really frustrating. So I'm gonna let this guy just go and do his thing and get gibbed, because fuck him. We're gonna continue here. We're gonna get this thing here. Let him go. Do whatever he's gonna do. So the money is your score, and so the faster you can finish the stage, the higher of a score you're gonna get. We're gonna hit a checkpoint here. Get this cash money. That's what's up. Try to not get fucked up here. There's really not any super set path as to, you know, what the game should be. You can kind of... I mean, obviously there are certainly, there are optimal paths, but the game's not forcing you to, you know, do stuff. Well, that didn't... Alright. That way. And then not get hit by that. And then push that way. And then push that way. And then fucking... I can't believe I did that. Holy shit. And that's kind of Catherine. You get the idea. I mean, you play through stages. When you get to the end, when you get through a set of end stages and the boss, then you move on to the bar, and you can interact with NPCs at the bar to try to influence them to not die, and obviously get to the end of the game yourself and not die. So, love is over, and that Catherine for the Xbox 360 and the PS3 is a game that you, yes you, should be playing. So this is the Tax Slug, and I will see you next time on You Should Be Playing Catherine.